to go back to something we talked about a few minutes ago, which is Universal Serial Bus. This is a really big deal, because what it does is it extends Macintosh's legendary plug and play even further. First of all, Universal Serial Bus is 30 times faster than the old Apple serial ports. 30 times faster. Up to 100 times faster than some of the other older I/O. So it's really fast. You can plug up to 127 devices on Universal Serial Bus. And it's hot pluggable. What does that mean? It means you can plug things in and out with the power on without having to restart the computer, without having to turn it off, and all of the drivers load dynamically. So you plug a USB device in, and if the driver's not loaded, the operating system goes to the hard disk and tries to load it. If not, it asks you for the driver, and down the road we'll even be going to websites to download it automatically and fully dynamically links it in without having to do anything, without having to restart the computer, without having to know anything about it. And USB is an emerging industry standard, which means that all of the peripheral vendors making peripherals for any computer can have that same peripheral work on the Mac with no hardware changes. They have to just write a Mac driver. So you're going to see a lot of peripherals now available for the Mac that were not in the past, and we're very excited about this. And we believe that Apple has jumped into the lead on USB. The USB that's shipping on iMac and in Allegro, our software release coming out this fall, we believe is better than any other USB software in the world. So let's talk about some of the devices that are going to support it. First of all, our keyboard and mouse are all USB. You have two USB devices on the iMac. One of them goes to the keyboard, and the keyboard is a USB hub. So it actually has two ports on it itself. You plug in the mouse on the right or the left, depending on whether you're right or left-handed. You have one left. So you have one on the unit itself and one on the keyboard and mouse to plug in two additional USB devices. So what are some of those? iMation, a few weeks ago, announced that they are going to have their super drive available on USB for the iMac. You can see that they're trying to incorporate some of the iMac's industrial design and colors in their design. And this product reads and writes the 120 megabyte floppies, as well as being fully backward compatible with all floppy disks. And here's one right here. You can see one of these at the show, and they're really nice. Second, this is something that's super popular with our customers, the zip drives, 100 megabytes. iOmega has taken their great product. They're shooting it in some colors that resemble the iMac. Here's one right here. You can see it at the show. Great product, going to be available this fall for the iMac on USB. And third, SideQuest. SideQuest is bringing their 1 gigabyte Spark drive to the iMac. Unlike the photo I have in black, the thing is in translucent red, and it's really cool. And you can see one of these today, too. They're very, very nice, all three of them. Then we've got some printers. Hewlett-Packard has introduced USB printers for the iMac and other Macintoshes that support USB. Epson has introduced, I believe, 2 printers for the iMac. Canon has introduced a set of printers that will be sold in Japan for the iMac. So we're doing really well on the printer side. Kodak just introduced a series of digital cameras that support USB and the iMac. Microsoft is going to be introducing their joystick and some game controller stuff that supports the iMac. Connectix has a camera that supports live video over USB for the iMac. Palm is announcing today that they are going to be creating a cradle for USB to support the iMac for their Palm 3. And if you want to hook in all of these devices at once, you can take your 2 available USB ports in the iMac and take one of them and plug them into a hub. And Entrega is announcing a hub device, so you can get up to 127 ports with a few of these hubs and plug in as many devices as you can possibly afford. So we think USB is going to be a big deal for the Mac market in general, and all of our products are going to support USB in the future, with the iMac leading the way. And we are really, really excited about all these partners jumping in and supporting the iMac with USB peripherals this fall. So that is the iMac. And I have a video. I have a video that we made for the launch on May 6th. If you want to see it, it's a few minutes. You want to see it? Yeah? Let's run it, see if you like it. All of the images you are about to see on the large screen will be generated by what's in that bag.
Hello, I am Macintosh. It sure is great to get out of that bag.
Millions of people bought a Mac because it did things that no other computer could do. It really got people excited. This is a personal computer like none other before. And for many years, Apple got away from that. It forgot how to be different.
The original Mac is an impossible act to follow. But I think what we can do is one, benefit from the philosophy that was really the foundation for the original Macintosh.
This product came to be because the exec staff said, stop. Let's focus on one thing, making the best personal computer, a computer that Macintosh customers will truly love.
Well, what computer would the Jetsons have had? That's the perfect way of capturing the problem, which was, it was like the future yesterday.
It defined simplicity, elegance, incredible ease of use, tremendous performance, and great value.
This particular machine really delivers on that promise. It makes you feel a lot like you felt when you first sat down to use your Macintosh.
When we have this wealth of creativity that cross our campuses, that cross our schools in K through 12, what we want to do is to unleash that capability.
The team was a hand-picked team from around the world. It's a remarkable place to be as a designer. There's one company where this group could exist, and that's unquestionably Apple.
That's what gets me really jazzed and gets me up in the morning is coming in every day and knowing, I'm working with a world-class team to build the best products in the world.
Wow, that's some look, that's some box.
My first reaction was, my gosh, what is that?
People have to use their hands to describe it. They struggle to find words to describe it.
It's the first time we've seen something in our industry that wasn't a beige box.
Just imagine what's going to happen the first time somebody gets one of these home. I'm going to pull this thing out, I'm going to pick it up, and it's this gorgeous new shape.
The surface as well is totally seductive. I mean, it's a lovely thing to touch and to hold.
This cool keyboard with translucent keycaps.
The connectors are translucent.
I'm going to pull out this exciting new mouse. It looks like no other mouse we've ever seen before. You turn it on and it comes alive.
It's always changing. It's always moving.
And before you know it, in the first 5 minutes of opening the box, you're already in love with this thing.
I'd like to play with one. I want to see one. I want to see what it'll do. I want to put it through its paces.
But then you look a little farther and you say, holy smokes, look at the capabilities of this machine.
Because inside is the heart of the lion. I mean, this thing screams.
This is not last year's product rehashed. This is next year's product delivered today.
A lot of power, a lot of features. It's attractive, it's exciting, and it's well priced. That's what customers are looking for. We're going to sell tons of them, and I think this is the first product that will make PC buyers switch to Mac.
You see shock and recognition that, my God, Apple wasn't sitting back in this affordable consumer space. They truly have a great idea here.
The fact that the Apple name is now once again going to stand for every man, everybody, mass market, I think is terrific news for all of us.
We talk internally. Will we have enough product to take care of the demand?
I'd like the first one off the production line. I will stand there at the end of the production line when the first one comes off.
Mac consumers have been loyal, they've been patient, they've been frustrated, they've been zealots, okay? Well, it's going to show it paid off waiting.
We feel pretty strongly about the iMac. So, that is the hardware strategy and product lineup. And what you're going to see over the next several years is us constantly upgrading these products, making them better, making them faster, making them sleeker, putting new features and fun stuff in them. And we're just going to be doing that constantly with these products because unless we learn something new, these are the 4 products that all of you are telling us you want, and you want them all to be great. So we're going to do our best to deliver 4 great products at every moment in time in this matrix. So, The next thing that we disclosed a week later at the developer conference was our software strategy.